Hey, this is Kathleen from oldworldfarmhouse.com, and today I wanted to show you how to wash a wall before you paint it. So let's go. So you always want to start from the bottom. I'm right down here on the baseboards, which I'll also wipe down. And then I get up here to the wall. Hey, little helper. And I'm going to go up the wall. And that way, if I have any drips, I can always, like if I decide, I can always catch them as I go up. And then as I work my way up, see these drips, I can just catch them as I go. Okay, so you always want to work from the bottom to the top. And then if you have a situation like I do where you had taken off wallpaper, you are going to inevitably find little bits that got left behind, little bits of glue and paper or both. And what I do is I just take my 5-in-1 tool. You could also use a putty knife. And as I'm going along with my wet cloth, when I notice those little pieces, as I'm going along with my wet cloth, when I notice those little pieces, I just lift them off with my tool. The steel wool. Sometimes I have found there'll be a sticky patch where it's just, for whatever reason, the paste adhered really well if you had wallpaper. And I lose patience just scraping at it, and I have found that scrubbing it with this kind of steel wool. So let me show you in this corner, for example. I can see I have a little patch where there's just more than I'd like. I'm going to show you the supplies I use to wash walls to prep them for painting. First thing is 1 gallon of hot water with 2 tablespoons of Durtex. Some kind of wash rag like this is good. I like it because it has this nubby texture. This is actually a mop head that I have, but it's also for the same reason. I like the nubby texture. It helps get things off the walls. For more stubborn spots, some kind of plastic bristled brush. This one's kind of nice because you get a lot of control because of the long handle. This one you can get really intense because the bristles are so tight. This kind can also work well. My favorite scrubber, bar none though, is this coarse steel wool for getting really stubborn sticky spots off the walls. You'll also want to have a 5-in-1 tool or a putty knife handy to lift off those little bits of paper. Those are my favorite tools and methods, and I've had success with them now in several different rooms in my house, and the paint has adhered and looked great after I'm done. So all the work does turn out to be worth it.